there are always many other experiences happening in addition to the main experience that we're working with as our meditation practice, the mindfulness of breathing, sound, or any of the other practices you may be doing. There are always many body sensations, thoughts, moods, emotions. Many different emotions can arise: anger, sadness, fear, confusion. We may have visual images. Sometimes we may not be able to concentrate and our minds might be quite agitated, or we're bothered by sound or other experiences that previously were easy to let go and allow to be in the background. We may find ourselves suffering or struggling in some way. It may be difficult, quite challenging, just to remain present with any of these other experiences. So far, we've been emphasizing allowing all these other experiences to stay in the background of our awareness and letting just the breathing or the sound stay in the foreground of our awareness. But when these other experiences become strong and compelling, it can sometimes feel as if they're pushing themselves into the foreground of our awareness. It's not so easy for us to let them stay in the background. We don't want to fall into a struggle trying to push them away, thinking we're only supposed to stay with our breathing. We want to find ways to include, to incorporate any of these other experiences into the meditation practice. One way to do this is by shifting from mindfulness of breathing, mindfulness of sound, to mindfulness with breathing, or with sound, or with any of the other practices we're doing. You may need to experiment to find how can you breathe with this knee pain, or how can you let the support of the sound, that stabilizing influence, come in with you to meet the backache. How can we breathe with the emotion or any of these other experiences? For some people, it's a sense of breathing into the experience or letting the sound come into the experience. For others, it's more a sense of allowing or having the breathing of the sound be in our awareness alongside with some other experience. Not so much splitting our attention, but having both together at the same time. The knee pain, the emotion, and the breathing. So you'll have to experiment for yourself and see what works best. At some point then, these experiences will subside, or they'll change. They won't be so interesting for us, so compelling, or it just may be easy for us to allow them to be in the background, and then we go back to the simple mindfulness of breathing, mindfulness of sound practices. In this way, we do not have to choose what to be aware of in our meditation. We can allow the experience to inform us. During the times when you can concentrate well, when the body is at ease and these other experiences are not so strong, we keep them all in the background and we stay with our main simple practice, the mindfulness of breathing. At other times, these experiences will become strong, or we'll find ourselves struggling or suffering in some way. And then we bring in the mindfulness with breathing, with sound. And that breathing or the sound acts as that support to help us stay more undistracted, more present with the experiences. And in this way we surf back and forth between the mindfulness of breathing, the mindfulness with breathing. There may also be times when whatever is happening is so strong, it's so compelling, or we just feel that we need to put our wholehearted, full attention on this experience, that we may completely let go of the breathing. We may not, even the mindfulness with breathing may not be appropriate, and we're just staying fully with this other experience. During those times then also, we will stay with the experience until it subsides, or we just need a break. Or whenever we choose, we can always come back to the home base practice, the mindfulness of breathing.